I'm going to be calling you a radical. Talk about 30 people have called me today about this report that showed up of the human error on the nuclear reactor in France. Fuck, that happens all the fucking time. There's probably been meltdowns over there. How would you know? You think they report that shit? Oh, please. The NRC? Fuck. The nuclear rallying cheerleaders? Fuck, they're pathetic. They just said that they came out with their environmental impact study on Diablo Canyon. Oh, Diablo Canyon's not going to hurt the environment one bit. Yeah. Let's just boil all the Earth's water. Take all the nitrogen out of the ocean and then fucking put it back. That doesn't hurt the environment. No, not a fucking bit. I ain't going to hurt you. No, I ain't going to hurt you. So I hope you can see it. This is the more of the toxic dust that whirls across Utah. You can see it. As I call it, the molded grapes of wrath. I've been calling it since. And I cannot overstate this. The the Great Salt Lake was at perfectly normal levels in 2011, 2012. My spiral jetty videos prove it. I live on the lake. I've been on the lake my whole life. It has not been collapsing fucking. I mean, it lives and breathes. And this is important. And then we'll get to this human error, fucking Diablo Canyon, fucking French, the nuclear crime syndicate. Liars. Or good luck. You know what those species are? Let's have a contest, kids. It's the oldest species on the planet. Could be that one right there. Yep. Most likely is. Hundreds of millions of years old. Horseshoe crab? Yeah. They're so old. So, good timing. He's a beauty. So let's talk about this. The Great Salt Lake, I gotta do more work on this, which I have. I'll go up to the Spiral Jetty tomorrow. I've been wanting to go out there anyway. So, the molded grapes of wrath. We've had over normal years of water here. The last 4 years. Let's go back 4 years. 4 years ago, 238% of normal. Some reports say it was 260% normal. Massive. To the point the Great Salt Lake rose 4.5 feet in 1 year. The next year, 180% of normal. 2 very, very wet years in a row. Last year, 140% of normal. This year, 120% of normal. Then why is the Great Salt Lake still going low? It gained between 4 and 8 feet those 2 really wet years. Jumped right up. Why is it still going low? Radiant heat. I'm the guy that named it. This is an important historic video. I'm the guy that named it. The Great Western North American Heat Dome, which started in 2011, that's unarguable, look it up. Which I hypothesis, standing by the beautiful old, well, it ain't that old. Remember there used to be one right there, and it blew down during the Megan Rice trial, right as I got home from the trial. That tree's not that old. That tree, you can watch my videos, as the evolution of my videos since 20, and watch how hard it suffered. It's such a beautiful metaphor as far as what's happened to our Earth since 2011. It's heat. It's hot. Hot. So even though we've had these 4 years in a row of north of normal water, snowpack, the lake continues to go lower and lower and lower because of radiant heat, kids. Let's do some Science 101. For every action, there's a reaction, right? That's fundamental science. Okay, let's talk about evaporation. Radiant heat. So the sun to the surface, the angle, right? It's all about the angle. Yeah, big time. I mean, that's what makes geography, geography. That's what makes desert, desert. That's what makes coves and Shadow Valley, Shadow Valley. The angle of the sun. The ozone. The ozone's the protector, right? Yeah, it's the layer. The ozone's the filter. What happened right as Fukushima's right here, as the jet stream right there, this that is in symphony with the lake, the Great Western North America Heat Dome. Look it up. Right above it, there's a new hole in the ozone that started to appear in 2011, 2012. It's gotten worse and worse. That's a fact, Jack. Huh. Just coincidence, bro. Now remember, they spent all this money on this pond to turn it into a spent fuel pool. Okay? So they wouldn't have to do this, right? Spent a lot of money. You know how much cement's poured here? Concrete. People don't even know about the footprint of concrete and cement. Cement's an ingredient of concrete, right? Yeah. The footprint, the carbon footprint is gigantic with cement. But that's their answer. The rest of the world tearing them out, they're not here. So they use government taxpayer money, swap money, for this, which was, all they did was tear out a lot of nests and turn it into a spent fuel pool. Unbelievable. I videoed it the whole way, amounts. And I predicted when they were doing it that fish would start showing up in it, now that it has a concrete bottom. Why do you think those loons, they've never been loons here, ever. They're not native here. There's 4 of them that are Canada. And I've been videoing, they're fishing. There's fish in here now. So, nothing's native and natural. This is an old natural wetland. Oh, Willow's freaking punished. So let's stay on this. The radiant heat as the dust storms blow across. There's a dry lake effect. Great Salt Lake's going drier. I live on it. It's toxic out there. It's getting more toxic and toxic all the time since 2011. And these liars that will tell you all the salmon class been going on the Kenai, on the Columbia, on them since for 20, 30, 40 is a total lie. 2011, we had record returns. Record returns. Quite the ecosystem is being developed here. 2 of those ducklings have the same marking as the mama there. She's a hybrid. So, this is an important storage video. So, the evaporation. It got so hot last year, the hottest year in the history of, since been keeping tabs here, since the mid-1800s in Utah. By far the hottest year last year. By far. It went to 100 degrees in early June this day. I mean, it literally went 6 months without rain. Literally. I mean, it was brutal. I mean, brutal. Evaporation. This creates the mud flats. But these people in Utah just love it because they're going to see American manufactured Jesus. And they believe Joel Osteen that Jesus died so they could be rich. The prosperity gospel. Oh my God. Growth for the sake of growth. The ideology of cancer. So they're all in. They're all in. They're all in. Jesus died so they could be rich. Fucking sickos. Fuck, the more the Great Salt Lake is drained, the more that it fucking evaporates, the more real estate they have to develop. If you don't believe me, you drive out west Davis County and look out there. They've drained the entire, which is against the law. Remember Legacy Highway? Nothing west of Legacy. Nothing west of Legacy, right? That was the deal. No semis. Well, they've changed all that. Well, what's written, so guess what the Utah State Legislature did? They changed what west is. West is not west anymore. I'm not kidding. Psychos. So, the Great Salt Lake, maybe I'll go out there tomorrow. I need to get some work done. I've been busy as fuck. Always. I get nothing for all my hard work. I really do. I get minus $12 an hour, and I work 12 hours a day, 7 days of work. So do the math. That's what I make. I've literally lost hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars being the environmentalist. That's not even counting opportunity costs. Why do you think there's no true environmentalists out there? I just told you why. They can't survive. The slander thing, the machine, we're up a multi-trillion-dollar freaking poison the planet freaking, can you feel the love? Fucking machine of psychos, and they masqueraded in the name of religion. These are the same people that are burning children while they starve to death, bombing, sniping children in the head as they starved at native children, born and raised there for hundreds and hundreds of generations. This is the psychoville that we live in called America. Fucking Zeus Christian freak show. It's all fucking lies. So the evaporation on the lake, even though there's been 4 years of, well, way above normal water, the lake is hitting all-time lows. Because guess what? This is the insanity. The NRC, nuclear meltdowns, oh, they're hot, 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 hot. I spent all day literally on the phone, on hold for 2.5 hours talking to Social Security today. I'm 65. Mike Lee kicked me off Medicaid a long time ago. Just bankrupted me. It's literally bankrupted me when I got cancer. I was a millionaire. I was uninsured. Bankrupted me. Spent every dime I had. Fucking my ability to work has been very, well, fuck. I don't know how I'm alive. Went out of surgery twice. So, and I was a private contractor my whole life, even when I was on Wall Street, whatever. I didn't pay a lot in Social Security, but I did pay some in Social Security. So 65, I go on Social Security. I get a whole $700 a month. I'm not kidding. Like, really? I got because the first comes in, I got $312 today. So I spent 3 hours on the phone with him. Why? Oh, your insurance premium has gone up. My insurance premium, I thought I'm 65. I thought it was all paid for. No. $300 and some a month. Okay. So I'm talking to her, and she says, well, I thought for sure he's going to be one of them. We're overwhelmed with calls today because 12 million people got their benefits cut in half today. What? Why? Overpayment. Well, whose fault if they made an overpayment? Did they really make it? So the fact that Trump is not cutting Medicaid and Medicare is total fucking bullshit. Their new bill, heads they fucking lose, tails we lose. So, back to Diablo Canyon. I'll tag this Great Salt Lake, fucking the reality. I've done the work. I've documented the Great Salt Lake. It was going dry in real time. In real time. I mean, my video should have fucking millions of fucking views per video. But they kettle me. They go after me. Slander me, attack me. This, by the way, the slander that they did to me, dozens and dozens of YouTube feeds, Reddit feeds, Facebook. There's a few still out there. Gang stalking me. Calling me every name of the book. Why I'm in critical condition. Dying of cancer. With my, I've gutted like a Chinook salmon from here clear to my pelvis. My scar goes all the way up. All the way up. I have a pacemaker now. Fucking, I've had my heart ripped out of my twice. Fucking, well, I was given 2 months to live in 2011, the same time Fukushima happened. I'm in symphony with the ecology. Same time the Great Salt Lake collapsed. Same time the salmon collapsed. Listen, I don't do coincidence. I don't do scientists are mystified, they're baffled, they're stumped, they're curious. I don't do that shit. Anybody that does that shit's a fucking liar. And I was the guy here. Fuck, my credentials are so deep and fucking long here, but they blackballed me. And if you don't believe they blackballed people at Weber State, I want you to look up Paul McKay Brody. Yeah, here, Weber State. Born and raised here, by the way. Fuck. Greatest, well, she could be the greatest historian in history. Don't tell the truth around here. They won't speak her name around. Look up Wat Masaka. 2 national championships here. Born and raised in Ogden, Utah. Born and raised here. First player of color in the history of the NBA. They won't speak his fucking name around here. Kevin Blanch, I mean, this is a sick culture here. So let's talk about these reactors. The NRC. So the NRC comes out, and everybody's all over this now, which they came out a while ago on this, which they're back to their old name. Remember, I used to get right in front of them, call them the nuclear rallying cheerleaders? You know, and they all know me personally, all of them. I'm the only one that's ever confronted them in a proper way, ever. They know I'm the world's foremost expert. They know. They know. They know I give myself away, and I do all the work for free, too. NRC comes out and says, we're extending Diablo Canyon for 20 years. No environmental fucking. Minimal environmental. Don't drop your dry gas container. Okay, and I want people to write down the NRC's names, past and present. And remember, and Trump, and Biden, and every senator and congressman and woman who voted for the Advanced Nuclear Act, and Gavin, make sure you don't forget Gavin's name. We need to remember all their names. That extended the life of Diablo Canyon. Lessons from Fukushima unlearned. Which I've stood right in front of Diablo Canyon with a sign that says very that. Many times. No environmental impact. That's if we don't get an earthquake. We're so overdue. Why in the God would you leave Diablo Canyon open, Gavin, costing California taxpayers $4.5 million a day to keep it? That's just at the state level. Federal taxpayers, you could triple that. They're sucking up so much money, and these people that freaking own it are not public utilities. Round up the usual suspects, Bill Gates and crew. It's like the farm subsidy bill that got through. Have you read it? Did you know 10 billion more got through? Well, why do you think Bill Gates is buying up all the land? Buy up all the farm ground. Do you know it takes you 4 years to get your money back? 4 years in government subsidies. Government, 10. Do you know who's drawing the most government fucking subsidies of anybody? Bill Gates. The nuclear energy. He owns so many nuclear. Second, big agriculture. Why do you think he's buying all the farm real estate? He has no intention to farm it. They'll pay you. Only takes 4 years to what you pay for that real estate to break even, then the rest is all. They're looting the country. The NRC is criminal. Back to California. California's producing 200% more solar a day than they can use. They say it's probably got nowhere to put it. The sunlight from California could be in Times Square at the speed of light. We have a grid. But it's states like Utah who block it. Why? Because people like Warren Buffett, Bill Gates lobby inside these houses. I'm there. You know, nobody lobbies harder against solar energy than Berkshire Hathaway. Nobody. And this whole SMR nuclear thing is all about keeping their, because they own all the coal plants. You know that's what we use for electricity here in Utah? Do you know we use coal? We use coal. Don't drop your dry gas container. So when the earthquake happens, it's not a matter of if, when. I mean, love Pismo. Fuck how. I've been on every single pier in California. Walking the entire coast. I've been on them all, every one of them. Peer review of the piers, every one of them. My favorite pier, Pismo. Okay, the research pier is right there. Sam Slow University. There's 3 piers right there, but they redid Pismo, just turned 100. It's my favorite. And I've been on them all. There's 50 some odd. I've been on every one of them, including some of them that aren't there now. The homemade one there, holy Capitola. It's gone now. So France reports that human air sealed off the Ron valve, and so the water coolant didn't flow through. How long can they do that? Not very long. They overheat, blow up, melt down. My guess, France has had meltdowns. They're not going to tell you. Oh, we'd find out our Geiger counter. How? Arriva. Remember, it was a French company who reported the Mach 5 fast breeder SMR generational reactor that blew up and melted down in China a couple years ago? It was Arriva that reported that to the world. It's called the downwinder. By law, they have to. That don't mean they do, because Jennifer Graham Holm and Rick Barry both say they're going to make it sexy again. Remember, she set on it? Now we got Drill Baby Drill Right. He's all in the nuclear pork game. Because they bow to the cult, just like they do in fucking Gaza. Just like they do fuck bomb. I mean, Iran. I mean, come on. Trump is BB's puppy. Here, good puppy. Why do you think they made sure Trump was fucking been president? They got the goods on. Fuck, they got the Epstein. Why do you think Epstein Ranch is at Los Alamos, please? Fucking Jeff Bezos born there. Fucking, if that's a trophy wife, I want to take last place. That's a freak, man. Well, we handed over the country to these psychos. We didn't resist. Oh, I did. I did. Chernobyl, human error, go to Eastern Europe, which I've been there lots of times. Too bad we really can't go there anymore, can we? An anti-nuclear, if you go into Russia, you're going to get killed. Putin kills. Tsar Putin, look her up, the famous one at the Polygon, Mayak. Her 5 children are living in Paris and Vienna. The famous oncologist. Yeah, if you're anti-nuclear, he will kill you. They do the same thing here. You're a real environmentalist, they will kill you. They will slander you. They'll get a fool to do their dirty work. They will do what that you've done to Kevin Blanch. Minus $12 an hour. Thank you to everybody who has supported this work. Wilbur, the Chesapeake Bay. What? James, my city by the bay. Lewis, NoCal, Jim. The Montana kid. He's in Lava, Idaho now. You know, the people that have, and I get it, nobody with no money should ever be supporting me. Or anybody else for that matter. There's plenty of people with lots of money, but as Steinbeck said, the molded grapes of wrath. If you're ever in need, never go to anybody with the rich. Go to the poor. They're the only ones that help. Boy, that's the truth. I get abused all day, every day. I was thinking about it today. We were talking about it. I do all the dirty work all over. Even domestically here. You only knew. I do all the dirty work. Reward? I don't get any reward. You know, it's like I went in to get coffee this morning. She says, "You got a rewards card?" I said, "No rewards card me, all punishment. Never free, never me. No good deed goes unpunished." I think about it. The work that I've done on the lake, my tidal work, full of leukemia. I've given 2 months to live. Extreme pain, by the way. AML leukemia is horribly painful. Really horribly painful. Split open twice. Open heart surgery. I have a pacemaker now. Lost all my teeth. One at a time. Oh, fuck. My gallbladder rupture. Kicked off Medicaid. Fucking so abused. I think about it. How can you possibly keep depressing? Oh, fuck. Way past depressing. I fucking got down into deep depression a long time ago. I'm in the whole nother deep fucking hole there. I mean, I get into a... They got me under the fucking pyramid. But I keep faith. You know, I keep faith that someday on my work, I think of Semmelweis and germ theory, what they did to him. I stood right here all those years ago and says, just remember, all new knowledge will be persecuted. Never happened before. TikTok, Diablo Canyon cock. France, even they're pivoting away. Germany, oh, they don't know nothing. Oppenheimer said the Germans were the best nuclear physicists on the planet. They wanted first. Angela Merkel was a nuclear physicist. Oh, they're regretting. No, they're not. No, they're not. Go ask anybody in Germany about the anti-nuclear movement, because it's real. Go in Austria and ask them. Frida Meisel is at her house on the 200th anniversary of water. Kevin, You're the tip of the spear. Don't you drop. She's full of cancer. She didn't tell anybody. That's why she requested it. She's worried about her English. She grilled me for hours in perfectly good English. She says, I knew you'd know. They've probably had meltdowns in France before. They're not going to tell you. Well, we'd have Geiger count. We do. It's like they crashed Radnet on March 12, 2011 here. Look up the radiation. I present the radiation readings all the time. Me and the old Marine Bob did so much good work on it. We put it, but you don't want the truth. No one gives a fuck about the fucking truth, reality. Go bomb fucking, firebomb and fucking snipes and fucking starving to death fucking native children in the Middle East of Eden. That's who this country is. Fucking lowlights. So the Great Salt Lake continues to go dry, even though we've had 4 wet years in a row. Put it in the cement fuel pool. By the way, you can thank me. It's in Onofre. Because all our nuclear X's, they're headed to Texas. Fuck, the work I do is staggering. I don't get any fucking, well, I don't get any reward for it. Of course, all I ever wanted was my peace of mind. I have that. I have that. All you pro-nuclear losers, you fake fucking biologists, you fake scientists, you pieces of shit that just lie in your comfortability. Comfortability is not the zenith of life. Oh, no. I learned that the old-fashioned way, ain't I? Sweet are the uses of adversity. Oh, boy, that'd be Shakespeare. I have some nuclear roof for you. And I have some for me. But you must wear yours with a difference. That be Hamlet. That be betrayal. That's what they've done. They've all betrayed us. Fucking. For what? For what? We'll see how it all plays out. TikTok, Diablo Canyon clock. We're not going to get good low tide till July 22nd. Doesn't look like. But I'll be there. I'll get on it. Kevin Blanch, March 12, 2011. Stay in tuned every day in between.